All right, it is Wednesday, which means it's time for your money. And even after you're retired, you may not be working, but the emergencies, they're still going to happen, right? And the big question is, will you be ready for that? Well, I don't have all the answers, but Colin Evans with the Evans Financial Group does. And yeah, you think about retirement as this relaxing time, and you're not working and you're living out the rest of your life, but unfortunately, life still happens.
Yeah, stuff still goes on.
Right.
The car's going to break down. That AC unit's going to go on the fritz when it's 118 degrees outside. Every time, every summer I love the meme that goes around, and it's a whole bunch of like the candles from a church that somebody put on their air conditioning unit. That one cracks me up because we're all going, please make it, because we know this is expensive. But life happens, and just because you're retired doesn't mean that we get a pass on it. We have got to make sure that we are prepared for these events, and not even those that are retired, but those even prepping and just us in our working years. This is a great idea to prepare and put a cushion in place, because these things that are going to occur, health scares from a car issue, it could be a house issue, any of these things that pop up that cost us money, it gets expensive, and we don't want to have to go raid things. The downside of us not having a financial cushion, that can cause us to raid some things. I've seen in the past, like somebody raid a 401k, and I hate seeing that, but I understand when it calls for an emergency, and sometimes people have to make do, but that can be a financial pain, because one, that's a pain because now I'm missing out on what this is going to be in the future. I've also seen that, those credit places, get $600 today, or the payday loan type places, and not being able to catch up from that, because you're just getting hammered with interest and you're trying to keep up from those payments. And seeing that is a scary thing that can occur if we are not prepared. So ideally, putting that into place is putting a 6 to 12 month cushion of what are my bills for a 6 up to a 12-month period of time, and having those aside in a reserve account, a savings account of some sorts. And this is really something, and the biggest thing I can stress is, because I've seen this over the years, is what's the interest rate? Am I getting a good rate? It doesn't matter. Right. It makes no difference what those rates are. A savings account might be 0.025%. Doesn't matter. The thing that matters most is the fact that you've got ease access to it, and you can get to it quickly in the event an emergency occurs. A great thing to think about are any type of like windfall provisions. We consider that is like if a bonus happens at work, this can be a great time to maybe stick some of this aside and put this into a savings account, or even a tax refund. Maybe you want to get out of, hey, we're going to spend that for vacation if this can prevent something down the road. Colin. It is. It really is. And I know we definitely all need that, but that's just really one of the things that we really want to stress, because as we've seen over the years, there's so many people having those windfall instances of things that occur in their life, and we're all going to have it happen. I relate one because it happened to me in 2022 when we had that, or 23 when we had that gigantic windstorm in June. Well, knocked my fence over. That ended up being about $6,000. 2 months behind that, an air conditioner went out. And that was about a $9,000 fix. Like, these were back-to-back expenses. Fortunately, I followed my own advice. I was able to do it. It's painful. Right. It is painful. Nobody likes to write checks like that. But it kept me from having to dip into a savings or dip into where I didn't want to have to go.
Which is more painful.
Absolutely, because it's painful in the longer run.
Correct. All right, well, obviously this is a loaded topic. If anyone has any questions, maybe they need some advice, how do they get a hold of you guys?
Absolutely, you can find us on the web at evansfinancial.com, or kick us an email to info@evansfinancial.com.
So you know who always has a rainy day plan, right?
That's right.
This is easy. It's Patrick Dennis.